Ones
It
on the
would be
wheels.
way back here.
All
Yeah.
right, we are live. We are live on YouTube. We're talking about Shane figuring out what to do with the whiteboard. Scoop, are you set on your end?
I'm alive.
Good. Okay. Welcome into the podcast. Just making sure that YouTube's all set. Yes, it is. With Scoop, Shane, Brandon, and myself. Um, Shane, I'm sorry. It's going to happen again, my friend. I'm sorry. So I'm going to have you rant about this to start the show. The AFC South will unfortunately have a team that goes to the playoffs, which probably means we're going to have another 10-win team, which right now
it's NFC
like
South?
NFC South.
Or the NFC South. Jesus.
Yeah, it was so confusing.
I can't even get the division right. It's so bad. But yeah, this division's going to have to have a team in the playoffs. And right now, the 7th seed is the Bears, I believe. It could be the Bears, and who knows? We might have a 10 seed or a 10-win team not make the playoffs from another division again due to this crap shoot of a division here in the NFC South.
Yeah.
Your favorite thing.
Yeah. It's like, God. This is one of those situations where it's like, obviously a team has to get in because, well, the division winner has to make it in. But it's like, at what point does, look at, where's the current playoff picture? So you have like,
I don't think they updated it yet after the game tonight.
No, I think it wouldn't have mattered anyway because it's Thursday and the other games haven't played yet.
I'm looking more at the wild card team. So you have like
Seattle,
San Francisco,
Chicago,
yeah, teams that are all far better than Carolina or Tampa.
And the Lions are on the outside looking in too right now, and they probably should be in at this point.
Yeah, so like you're going to ask one of those teams to go on the road to a crappy Tampa or Carolina in the playoffs. That's just stupid.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because they have to be at home. Oh, my God, please remove that rule this offseason. I bet you they will, but please remove it.
They should have many years ago.
They should have last year when they discussed it.
Yeah.
Scoop, you were asking in our chat, is Carolina the best team in this division? And I said yes, and then I paused for a moment, and I said something, and please, I'll roundtable this. Tell me if I'm stupid as well. Is Atlanta the best team in this division right now?
No.
Defensively, yes.
I still have to say it's Carolina.
Okay.
I think it would be Tampa if they weren't so injured.
Yeah.
but they're getting healthy right now, though. That's the thing.
No, I know.
That's the thing that makes no sense. Is they're getting healthier and they're playing worse football.
Yeah.
That's what's so mind-fucking.
Oh, my God.
Because Scoop, like, the first month of the season, we were all over Tampa. I mean, especially you. We were like, oh, this team looks really good. Like, what did you see that changed here? I mean, of course the injuries, but now that they're getting healthier, I mean, as you said, it's getting worse.
Right. So there's a few things that I've There's a few things that I've picked up on.
Is that Pringles just going nuts again?
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm not talking to a ghost in my apartment or my mom's house. I forgot where I was for a second. But so here's a few things that I've noticed. Now, today they obviously lost a pretty close game. Several of their losses recently have not been close. They got trounced by LA. They got beaten by more than they should have against a spiraling Buffalo team. And even back to before the bye, they lost on the road against Detroit by a bigger margin than I think they should have. So just, again, and if you go back to their wins at the very beginning of the season, they were winning a lot of their close games too. They beat Atlanta, Houston, New York, and Seattle. Each of them came by within a field goal. So they were playing close games to begin with. So that this may be a somewhat regression to the mean in that regard. However, I still think you were just seeing an objectively better football team out there than I. Now, I don't know what's happened to my guy Baker, but he has just not looked the same level of. And again, the advanced numbers are not out yet, so I don't have anything in front of me right now with regard to that.
I'll say, and I think you saw this today, Scoop, and you can comment on this. He's always just looking to run out of the pocket. He's so uncomfortable in the pocket.
We'll see. We'll see. See, here's the problem that I have. He's got a little bit of Josh Allen in him, where when he gets too comfortable doing some sort of Superman thing, he tries to do it more than he needs to. And we saw this in Cleveland, and we're seeing it again now. Not to the same extent, but we're seeing it again. And this is now 4th out of 5 games that he's played consecutively with an interception. He went his first 10 games without throwing a pick, and now he's thrown 5 in his last 4 games. That is not let me rephrase that. 4 in his last 5 games, excuse me. Hang on. 5 in his last 5 games. There we go. He's thrown an interception in 4 of his last 5 is the sentence I was trying to get out. But, I mean, even on top of that, I mean, his completion percentage in 4 of his last 5 games has been under 58%, which is just ugly as ugly can be, especially when your calling card coming out of the draft and for most of your career has been being an accurate thrower of the football. He got sacked 5 times today, which, again, some of that's on the O-line, but some of that is on him as well. So I do think a decent amount of it, shocker, I do think a decent amount of it starts with the quarterback play. But defensively, they are letting up some bad numbers defensively. 29 points today. They went back-to-back a few weeks ago between Buffalo and LA, giving up 44 and 34. And again, I know LA is considered by a lot of people to be the best team in the NFC, but again, these are numbers they were not putting up in the beginning of the season, and they were still facing some damn good offenses in the beginning of the season. So it just, I think that it's multifaceted and usually collapses like this are typically in that regard. But the fact that your only win in the last 6 weeks came against Arizona and it was by 3 points at home, like I can't. That's a major concern to me. It's a major red flag to me. Again, I think it's going to take a little while for us to really be able to digest how much of this is players, how much of this is quarterback, how much of this is coaching and all of that. I think there's different elements of this that are still kind of being digested right now. But you just cannot go into a stretch like that when you've got. I don't care how good or bad of a division this is. You had people, myself included, not just believing you had the division in the palm of your hand, but believing that you were on track to wrap up a top one of the higher seeds in the NFC. And now you're sitting at 500. You've got a negative point differential, and you're just it's going to hell in a handbasket faster than fast for you. And I'm just not really sure because, they've got the extra rest now going into next week, but guess who they're playing? Carolina, in Carolina. And having Carolina on your schedule is not what you would have thought it was 3 or 4 months ago. Carolina is a feisty team that just took down the number 1 team in the NFC. So, and whatever you want to say about them as a team, the facts are right in front of you. And when you are doing what they did today, even when they didn't turn, even when they, let me rephrase what I was going to say. Even when you weren't really outdone in the turnover battle in any real sense of the how you want to characterize it, which at times had been an issue for them. That wasn't really an issue today. The fact is they just got outdone in, more facets of the game. And the penalties, the fact that Atlanta was out penalized 19-4 and still won the game. That when you are out penalized and when you're not drastically beaten in the turnover game or the time of possession game, and you're still losing that game, that is a hard recipe to kind of rework and come back from, especially because, again, this is now a 6 to 7 week operation or lack thereof.
Yeah. I was just looking at Week 18 because, of course, we have to fill 2 matchups national TV on Saturday for ESPN and obviously the Sunday night game in Week 18. There's a lot of really interesting matchups here that they can put on. So Seahawks 49ers is one of them. Chargers Broncos probably not. Ravens Steelers.
No.
Colts Texans.
No.
Lions Bears they can put into one of those slots.
No.
Panthers Bucks they can absolutely put into one of those slots, and I think we're probably going to get that as the Sunday night game. So there's some options here. We'll have to see how it goes the next few weeks. Brandon, I know you want to talk about Atlanta and their quarterback situation.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they had to see what they had this season with Penix, given the fact that he took over the end of last season. But they waited too long to start Kirk Cousins. If they would have started Kirk Cousins, they'd probably be winning this division. Has Kirk played well since coming back? No, but in a game, but it takes a little bit when you've been pretty much benched the whole season. And tonight, I mean, is Michael Penix beating the Buccaneers tonight? No, he's not. Kirk Cousins threw for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and actually looked pretty good. So, and the thing is, I mean, this just goes back to the whole thing of last year of them drafting Penix for no reason. You paid Kirk Cousins, like I said, paid Kirk Cousins all that money, and he's not going to play now. And now you are stuck in this is kind of what I thought would happen. You're stuck in this middle range now between where you don't know what Michael Penix is in terms of his future, and you're stuck with Kirk Cousins because of the contract. And you could try to move him, but who the hell is going to want to take that on? So you basically screwed yourself.
They were trying to get someone to take it on in the trade deadline, and nobody budged.
Yeah,
who's going to budge in the summer?
Yeah, nobody would want to. So I feel like at the trade deadline is if they were serious about winning their division and trying to make the playoff, or at least make the playoffs, they should have started Kirk Cousins around the trade deadline. You should have, because Kirk Cousins has the experience. I mean, Atlanta, we said their defense was, but the thing is, a lot of times their defense was keeping them in games even if they were losing. So, and that was with Michael Penix. So if you had Kirk Cousins start those games, you're probably turning all those close losses or losses that their defense played well to wins. So, to me, if Kirk Cousins was starting, I mean, they have 5 wins. They'd probably have about 8 right now if they would have just started Kirk Cousins sooner. So it's a little bit ridiculous to me that, Penix clearly to me isn't the guy, and I've said that all along. Michael Penix was not going to be the guy in Atlanta. That wasn't a good spot for him anyway, but I don't think he's that good of a quarterback regardless. And then, now you're just stuck in that limbo between the both of them. So, yeah, watching that game tonight, I'm like, wow, why didn't they start Kirk Cousins sooner? Because it shouldn't take till your season pretty much ending for you to make a quarterback change, knowing that the other quarterback wasn't getting it done. So, I don't know. Atlanta's just a perfect poverty case because that's what they are as a franchise. They don't win anything ever. Their best chance they had, they historically blew it to the Patriots years ago. We know how that went. So Atlanta's just a poster child for just ass backwardsness, if that's even a term.
It's absolutely not, but it is now apparently.
Yeah, Shane, I know. Shane, I know. Shane, I know. Obviously, as we do here in Washington State with UW, we watch Penix closely, and that whole situation in Atlanta. What is your thought process on it? in the games we saw Penix, and then obviously in the games we've seen Cousins, which obviously both of them a good sample size this year.
Yeah. Well, the situation for Atlanta specifically is weird, to put it mildly. Because I do think, obviously Penix, given his age and his athletic ability, he obviously has a higher ceiling than Kirk.
But the injuries too. Not even
the injuries, just his floor is much lower, I think. You look at the situation, it's like, since Penix is a rookie, this coaching staff is doing him no favors whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, essentially a rookie because he hasn't played that many games, so we can call him that. Yeah.
Or just a young player. That's what I mean. Whereas Kirk, he's a 14-year veteran now. He doesn't
Something
need
like
15, whatever it is. He doesn't need that same kind of stability or help that Penix needs, because going from college to the pros is a big transition, but Kirk has already, he's already been there. And, so it's just a weird thing. Like, they just shouldn't have given their coaching staff, they shouldn't have drafted Penix. And they should have just gone with Kirk, see what happened there, or don't pick up Kirk, but maybe get Penix or whoever you want and have the right staff around him. Because Atlanta, they have all the talent they need on the team.
Yeah. We've
it's
seen
just
that all
this
year
coaching
long.
staff, I don't think, can put it together, So, and this has been the issue with them for the last couple of years. It's like, well, the roster's there, but coach. And this is, like Raheem Morris. I remember everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Atlanta's back," and I was like, "You remember the last time
we all knew that was a bad hire. We all knew it.
Well, yes, people with a brain knew that, but like ourselves. But it's just, I don't know. Anyways, so
Scoop. You said you had some scoop stats for us. What do you have?
Yeah, so I just want to ask y'all a question. And I'm going to pull this back up before I try and do this off the top of my head, because I prefer to have information in front of me. I was basically what I was looking at is I had gone and I had looked up some some stats regarding NFL penalties this season, and just like for different teams and things of that nature, in terms of the teams that have been the most penalized, the least penalized, yada yada yada. And NFLpenalties.com, which is a very aptly named website.
That's a website?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, I'm saving that website right now. That's wonderful. That's amazing.
So it's got a delta for each of the 32 NFL teams in terms of their net penalties, basically essentially the how many you've benefited from versus how many have gone against you. And they do that for not just total penalties, but yards. They break down each penalty, pre-snap, declined, offsetting, blah, blah, blah. The lowest number of penalty of like that delta is negative 23, which means 23 more penalties go against you than for you. And that's Jacksonville and Buffalo. The team right behind them, negative 22, Philadelphia. The top two teams in terms, because this is often used as a barometer of
really quick. really quick, I'm trying to understand. So negative means bad and positive means good, right? Is that
So
what
negative
this is?
23. So negative 23 for Buffalo and Jacksonville basically means they've had 23 more penalties called against them than they have benefited from them being called.
Okay, yes. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
wanted to just confirm that. Thank you.
Yeah, and then Philly was right behind them at negative 22. The top the top three teams that have benefited, so on the positive side, Cleveland and Seattle are tied for 19. And the number one team, the LA Rams, guess what their number is in terms of how many more penalties they've benefited from than have been called against them?
Like 10 or 12, maybe?
Well, no, I said it's above
higher.
19.
Above 19, so like
I would say-
maybe
I would say
30-ish.
I would say like plus 35.
Shane?
I don't even know. Plus 40.
Someone get me the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It is 42.
Wow.
which is
Hitchhiker's
more than-
Guide. Wait, really quick. You said Hitchhiker's Guide? 1 sec.
Well, I just said that because of 42.
Yeah, I figure. I think I know what Rob's going for.
I have no idea, so this will be interesting.
Oh, they're doing a pirate segment, by the way, on Prime after the game right here.
It's right here.
And,
I have the book.
So you actually have the book.
Yeah, I do. I haven't read it yet. I need to.
Oh, fascinating.
It's a
But it just because
beefy book.
beefy book. But just because we use it as a microcosm so often in terms of like what teams are well coached and not, I just found it fascinating that we have Seattle, Cleveland, and LA on one end of the spectrum, and on the other end we've got Philly, Jacksonville, and Buffalo. And we obviously know what we think about each of those respective coaching staffs on either side.
Well, again, penalties, like being, as we talk about every week, being smart with penalties is the difference, or like, not getting as many penalties and the other team getting more penalties than you. It's basic fundamental football, right?
Right. They also
Right.
do this.
I mean-
I'll add this. They also do it by yards, not just the number of penalties, but the number of yards. And on the top side, we've got LA Rams with 314 yards, Cincinnati 242, and Tampa Bay 150. And on the flip side, we've got Denver at negative 250, Chicago at negative 249, and Tennessee at negative 191. So Denver is actually only in the water in 7 total penalties, but those 7 total penalties have cost them over 250 yards.
I know exactly why, because Riley Moss is the most penalized corner in the NFL.
Yeah, he just gets
He
PIs all the
leads
time.
the league in PIs. Yeah.
This book has 815 pages, so I have a lot to get to here.
Holy
With this book's huge. But yeah, I mean that's interesting though. I mean, is it? I guess my next question for you, Scoop, is that kind of trend, especially with LA, like a Super Bowl indicator most years, or is it just kind of an anomaly?
So I haven't gone back and done the sort of the, and I do want to do that. Go back and do the analysis over the last few years.
We can do that later in the week or next week or something, because I'm very curious about
I'll probably
that.
try and do that for Sunday. But it was really fascinating to me because I check that periodically, mostly for Philly, but I wanted to just kind of look at it and take stock in terms of across the league and see, is there really any correlation here between the teams that are least penalized and most penalized and what we think of not only their results, but their coaching? And there does seem to be something to that, at least in terms of what I can see for this season. And also going to what Brandon said about Riley Moss, I did a little further deep dive just then about like the individual players. Sure enough, yes, Riley Moss has 9 penalties.
And we've seen all of them.
Which leads the team ahead of Pat Surtain, who has 8. But moreover, his 178 yards penalized is more than twice what Pat Surtain has, who is second on the team.
And all of those are PIs, like literally all of them. Yeah.
No, 9 of them are. 2 of them are not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
One of them's a face mask and one of them's illegal contact.
Still bad.
But what's even funnier to me is that this includes 2 declined penalties.
Like, yeah, I mean, because
Great.
it's like every time I watch Riley Moss play, everybody's like, "Oh my god, he's so good." I'm like, he's the most penalized one of the most penalized defensive players and the most penalized corner in the NFL.
He's
Yeah,
really good.
he's basically just this decade's Vontez Perfect.
He is really good, but the thing is, he's just way too handsy.
But you can't be that way as a corner.
No, but the thing is, when he's not, this is my frustration with him. When he's not, he's amazing. But the problem is, it might sound stupid to say this, but when you actually watch him play, when he's not being handsy, he's amazing. But the problem is, he is. It's a huge issue. It's not like oh my God, who am I thinking of? It's not like the Commanders' defense with Lattimore, where it was like every time, and he clearly lost a step. Riley's still really good.
It depends on the officiating. When they get to the playoffs, it depends on the officiating crew. If they let them play, he might get away with a little bit more. If they don't, then the Broncos are going to lose, obviously. Yeah. So,
yeah. Shane, do you have any thoughts on the penalty statistics Scoop said? Anything that stands out to you or surprising?
No,
it maybe didn't surprise you that much because I know you've got a lot of coaching experience, but
yeah, it just depends on the kind of culture you build and the sort of guys you have going through it, But
wait, expand on that. What do you mean? How does that just affects just on the field play or like? I mean,
just discipline and how sloppy you play or how much you kind of let the guys get away with,
how much you need a positive.
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty much. So,
all right. Before we do lines of the night, I want to talk about Notre Dame, because we didn't get a chance to talk about them last week about the fact that they declined a bowl game and all this stuff. And then I believe it was the athletic director for Notre Dame. He came out and gave a pretty scathing press conference on the ACC.
Yeah, he doubled down on it, didn't he? Pretty much like
yeah. And so I wanted your guys' I have my overall thoughts on this, but I wanted to get your guys' take. So here's the AD Pete Burkhardt, I don't know how to say this guy's name, on the ACC's damage. Yes, he says damage in this. So I just wanted your overall thoughts on this. All right, hang on. Just going to make sure this works. Okay, there.
And why would you attack an unbelievably important business partner of yours in football and a member of your conference in 24 other sports? I'm one person. I don't see the logic in that. I know other leaders at the university didn't see the logic in that. And the ACC is important to us, and we're important to the ACC. And think about football for a minute. Those ACC teams want to play us in football. Interesting stat. Since 2014, when we started our football relationship with the ACC, if you look at stadiums, ACC games sell out roughly 23% of the time. When Notre Dame goes to an ACC site, it's 90% of the time. When you think about ratings for ACC football games when they play Notre Dame, there's a tremendous lift. I don't understand why you would go on a social media campaign to attack an important partner. Who's some of our important partners in the football space? NBC. We wouldn't do that to NBC. Now, I understand they have to stand up for their teams in football. We just think there's other ways to do it. And it has created damage. I'm not going to shy away from that.
And just to add to that, the ACC has been in discussions now with the SEC due to this situation. Shane, what are your overall thoughts
about what in particular? Because I haven't heard that.
This is just rumors. Basically, that partnership with the ACC is so severed that Notre Dame wants to work with the SEC instead.
That's bad for them.
Why not the Big Ten?
Yeah, that's a good point. What about the Big Ten? But
if they would have joined the SEC, and let's say that
not join, but play SEC schools,
and then they're going to get smacked. And then when they get smacked by the SEC, everybody's going to point back to this year and laugh at them.
Not. Last, and then you're going to say afterward, we weren't going to show up for that. But an even bigger what?
And the other piece of this is this is something that's been in the clause since the BCS era. But Notre Dame, if they have a top 12 spot or
I know.
or around that,
They
they automatically get in. Which by the way is pissing off so many people. They're going to have a weak schedule.
It is.
No one wants to play them.
It's excuse me, but this is just the most. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Shane, what are your thoughts overall on Notre Dame's claim that the ACC caused them damage?
I mean, you also lost 2 games to not so great teams. So, I mean, that's, that's kind of on you. But, yeah, I think if anything, it's just they should be in the big. Huh?
Now,
Oh boy.
Oh no, Scoop, say it again. Sorry.
Pete seems to be pretty comfortable looking at.
That is true. Everywhere but the mirror is true. Continue, Shane.
Yeah. No, I just, Notre Dame. I mean, I think if anything, it makes more sense for them to join the Big Ten. But this is the problem with the whole, 2 mega conference thing. It's just that now it's like you have all these, like, you basically have 2 super conferences, and then the others just like whatever, doesn't matter. And it's really bad for the state of college football. But I mean, there's not much we can do about it. So
yeah.
It's just like the Wild West.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Before I let Brandon go, here are my problems with this. It's kind of, I guess it's more threefold than twofold. One is, I'm going to just be frank here. Fuck you, join the ACC. If you have this much of a problem, why is Notre? I know why. I know the answer. It's money. I know the answer, okay? I'm not naive. I know the answer. It's money. In 24 other sports, Notre Dame is in the ACC.
Yeah.
But in football, they don't want to be? Really? And I understand why, because they make more money being an independent. But what they're in the ACC in basketball. Basketball makes a lot of money. Like I just join the ACC and stop complaining. Like, if you're going to complain, and by the way, as he said, like, I understand they have to protect their own schools. You weren't being attacked by the ACC. The ACC was just saying, hey, we want Miami in. We want these people in because that's going to directly help us. If Notre Dame gets in, it helps no one but Notre Dame. So, yeah. Of course we're not going to, oh my God, we're the ACC and we're going to pump up Notre Dame. No, we're not going to do that. Yeah,
the ACC is going to advocate for the schools in their conference, and Notre Dame is not.
They're just a partner. They're not in their conference. They're a partner. And then
that's a weird way to complain.
Yeah,
it's a very weird way to complain. Like, 'cause you know what it is too. What really kind of is weird to me about a lot of this, and this goes back to the bowl game aspect of this, not playing the bowl game. Now, do I believe Notre Dame was robbed of being in the CFP? Yeah, but at the same time, when Seton Hall was robbed of their tournament bid 2 years ago for in college basketball, they said, "F you, we're going to go to the NIT and we're going to win the whole damn thing," and they did.
Which they did, yeah.
And that was huge. That was Seton Hall's first, I think, like major tournament win in like God knows how long. But they should have made the tournament. But the thing is, if you want to prove to the committee that you belong, and hey, if you want to put eyeballs on your team for next year, and make people actually watch you more closely next year, play your damn bowl game. Like to wimp out and be a crybaby and say we're not playing a bowl game because we feel like we got slighted by the committee. Like, it's like, I get being angry, but you know how you solve it? be angry in a bowl game against a team that's probably crappy and beat the living hell out of them.
Well, no, but that's the thing. Notre Dame probably, my guess, their matchup, they would have probably either replaced BYU in the Pop-Tarts Bowl and played Vandy, or replaced Vandy and played BYU,
Which would have been a good game.
Or they would have played Michigan or Texas, and I think it's the Cheez-It Bowl that they're playing. Yeah, the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, that weird name bowl.
Those would have been good games.
Those would have been good games, and you would have proved yourself, and I would have been excited for that. They would have played another top team. It's like they would have played some crap team. So that's a way to prove yourself.
Compared to them, yeah. Like, but I'm just like, man, like, I'm on the Notre Dame train for like them being in the CFP, like I said last week. But at the same time, now that it's over and now that the dust is settled, why are you crying about it now? It's like, okay, we're angry last week, but it is what it is. Get over it. Like, now it's over. Play your damn bowl game. Stop bitching and complaining. Enough. Because you're not helping
makes this worse
in the long run.
You're not helping yourself in the long run. I apologize for interrupting, Brandon, but you know what makes this worse? The Notre Dame bookstore canceled a scheduled Friday signing of one of the guys' books in the committee, Ivan something. I forgot to say this guy's name. Just because he was in the committee and didn't vote for them, he's not able to go to a book signing for his own book at the Notre Dame campus.
And I think it's a book that he wrote about a Notre Dame player or team, didn't he?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Like, in support of Notre Dame still. Like, like that's the thing is like, this guy was part of the committee, but it's not like his vote made a difference. I think they all voted to keep Notre Dame out. It wasn't just him. So I'm like, my God, you know how petty and butthurt you have to be to stoop to this level? Like, so it's funny how they're playing the victim card now all of a sudden, saying, oh, the ACC is attacking us. No, you did it to yourself. And then all of a sudden now you're attacking not an innocent guy because he's part of the committee, but you're attacking a guy that doesn't deserve to be attacked because you're whining and complaining.
If your defense could attack that way, maybe you'd still be playing.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's so freaking annoying. Like, I'm all for having a gripe, and having a reason to complain about kind of being screwed over. But at the same time, after a couple of days and that kind of hate subsides a little bit, then you start understanding, kind of what went into it and whatnot. After that point, regroup and come back stronger and handle your business. Don't go on
handle your business in a bowl game against a top team that also got slighted.
Yeah,
how about that?
Don't start going on a whole PR campaign about how you got screwed and how life's unfair. And it's like the rich kid crying that he didn't get enough toys for Christmas. Even though his mom and dad on his 18th birthday for Christmas got him a brand new Ferrari, a brand new Rolex, courtside tickets to the NBA Finals. No, you can't complain at that point. No, you are a team that's respected in college football, a school that's respected in sports in general, not just
and academics, by the way.
And now. You are really putting a dent. So now, remember how we were talking about the whole Michigan scandal and how this is going to affect, enrollment and stuff. This might give Notre Dame a big hit on their enrollment and things like that, and on their program because the fact that there's going to be a black stain a little bit on them now. So it's like
it's not similar to Michigan, and we're not saying that. We're just saying that it's not. Yeah,
it's not similar, but I'm saying these things, people take notice of these things. Like nobody, there's going to be people out there that won't want to go to a school that's known for being a whining and complaining,
the whining Irish
little child. So the whining Irish. Like it's funny how they call themselves the Fighting Irish. What are you fighting for? You're not fighting in a bowl game this year, and now you're fighting the ACC when all the ACC kind of wants to do is bring you into their division, into their conference. So what the hell are you fighting for except you're fighting yourself at this point?
But by the way, I will also mention this. What also pissed me off, and I know people across the board didn't think about this. The Notre Dame AD was talking about, we don't fight NBC. Most of your big games, Notre Dame, are not on NBC. They're on ABC.
Yeah.
So yeah, you the Notre Dame games, the most of the worst ones are on NBC or Peacock, mostly Peacock because your games suck. So of course you're jibbing NBC too. Shane, do you have any other thoughts?
No. Just weird.
Scoop anything else there?
I mean, I said pretty much everything that I can think of. I mean,
if Notre Dame signs a deal with the SEC, are you excited to smack them once a year for Alabama?
I mean, I don't know how many players they'll have active if everybody's with chronic posteitis, but I think it would be at least nice to go out there and get some wins.
Okay, so the Michigan thing, I wasn't going to touch this fully, but I did want to ask this question. Obviously, it's a horrible situation. We will see how everything happens with the police or whatever. And we talked about this on What's the Scoop earlier. I'm going to ask this question to the group as well. So we'll see what happens with the whole investigation and everything. It's still early. It looks horrible. I'm not denying that it is horrible. We're not denying that here. But I did want to ask a football-based question. Shane, you coach, right? You coach with high school. If I came to you and said, hey, I'm offering you the head coaching job at Michigan with everything that's gone on since Jim Harbaugh left, do you take that job?
Probably. I mean, yeah, because that was more like Harbaugh's mess, and you're just kind of the next guy, right?
I guess.
I mean,
other than this a little bit,
they just had won a national championship, So, yeah, it's. I mean, I probably would. Well, I don't really want to be a head coach. I'll just be transparent. But
the money would be nice.
Yeah, but no, it's the crazy part is just the fact that this guy involved himself in another entirely different scandal.
Yeah, which is much, much worse.
Yeah. So,
and Michigan knew about this and didn't tell people until after signing day.
Right.
So kids signed, and then this happened.
Which is, especially when you're working with younger people. I mean, yes, they are adults technically, but they're still, 19, 20, 21 years old. It's like, that's just weird. So yeah, it's not a good look. Let's put it that way. But
yeah. Scoop, would you take a job at Michigan right now?
It's what happened.
You're good. It just bugged out. You're okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my internet right now. Again, I certainly have a lot of questions that I'd want to answer or want to get answered. About certain things, and I tend to be a pretty controversy averse. That was going to be hard to say. Person to begin with. So, because here's the other thing. The unfortunate reality is if you're taking a college job as a head coach, or really any job at any college sport, especially if it's your first one, it's a very unlikely scenario that that's going to be your only job or your long-term job. It's just how it is. And so what you're attaching yourself to, you also got to think about your future of, what am I, how is this going to set me up potentially not only for what I'm going to be getting into here, but down the road. I'm not sure if the PR nightmare that you could potentially be putting yourself up to be dealing with, because you're going to have to be in, like, you're kind of doing almost a much more extreme version of like Dusty Baker going to the Astros, like a much more extreme version of that, where basically you're going in for the cleanup of a mess you didn't start. So, and had nothing to do with. So, I find I have a hard time seeing how it could be advantageous to, no matter what the money is, how it could be potentially advantageous to put yourself in position to have to do that. Now, then again, I'm not naive to the fact that if somebody's out there, this is their first coaching job, and it's their only team making them an offer, it's going to be hard to turn that down because it is still a well-regarded coaching job in the NCAA, FBS, Division I, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend I don't see how anybody could take that position either. But I think it's going to have to be a veteran coach who's got some experience running and leading a program and a good reputation, not just football-wise, but otherwise, because as a first-timer, even if you have coordinator experience, as a first-timer, this just feels like it's got so many more headaches than it's going to be worth. And if you don't do a bang-up job, which both on the field and off, you could potentially be effing yourself in terms of your, getting, what you're going to be able to do afterward if you do eventually get let go, which, let's be honest, the majority of, college coaches jump from one place to the next at different levels, coordinator, head coach, yada, yada, yada. Very few guys are going to be a Coach Saban who's, at one place for 27 years. And so and I know 27 is not the right number, but I'm just,
it's fine. It counts.
So that would be my main thing there is that I'm sure this is a good job for somebody. I just think that it's going to take a very specific type of person and type of personality to be able to go into this and walk the line, to use a Johnny Cash line, of being able to, and just kind of, toe the middle ground of not necessarily having to. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't really know how to finish that sentence, but you get what I'm trying to lay down here.
Yeah, definitely. Brandon, what about you? Would you take it?
We kind of alluded to it on WTS, but I just wouldn't. I mean, because
I also wouldn't for similar reasons that you're about to say.
Because just like Scoop had said, and just like I had said on WTS, was the first things first. The PR nightmare is bad about this. You're responsible for being the cleanup crew guy after after such a bad scandal. And not only just a scandal, a bad scandal, like a really bad scandal. Let's take James Franklin at Penn State, for example. Look at the situation that he inherited pretty much after Joe Paterno and Sandusky and that.
Yeah.
And that black stain still follows Penn State to this day. That Penn State has still not recovered from that. And James Franklin was targeted, as trying to turn it around, getting them into the CFP, and but because he couldn't get them to the promised land and get them back on top, he was then ridiculed for it, and then eventually it fell apart, and then by the last few years of his tenure, he just was not a winning coach anymore, and the program suffered, and the program still has not recovered after that scandal over, was that 10, 15 years later? So, so when you look at Michigan and this scandal, and because both scandals,
this is going to follow them for years too. Yeah,
this is going to be a black stain that follows the program for years. The program was already on a little bit of this, on a slide since Harbaugh left. The last 2 years now, it's been on a slide, and not just it being on a slide, but now the person that has to come in, not just like Scoops has to do a bang up job, but if they don't almost reverse the fortunes of this franchise and get them into a CFP at this point, and get them, to start making CFPs, because remember, Michigan expects results too.
You got to beat Ohio State.
So
you gotta be in the CFP. Yeah,
you have all these check marks, all these boxes you have to check off. So even if you have a good season, and you're trying to they don't have patience for a guy that's going to come in and try to build a whole new culture after this black stain. So because you're going to have to fix the culture after this because it was so bad the last couple of years. You're going to have to do a turnaround. A lot of guys are returning to the team next year that are from this team. So they kind of knew what was going on behind the scenes. Like it's a messy situation, and now you got to bring in new kids. Now the new kids that the administration screwed over by not alerting them of this whole thing before they sign. Now they have to deal with that. So you got players that have a little bit of something hanging over their head and a little bit of
and guess what? The portal's open.
Yeah,
a lot of them are going to leave.
Yeah. So you already know Michigan's going to take a massive hit because of this, and they already started taking a hit after they won the whole damn thing under Harbaugh. So it's really, really bad that where they are right now. So when I think about this, it's not just like I said, it's not just the PR part of it and having to clean it up. It's that they're not going to grant you a lot of time to fix it if you're the head coach, and they're not going to be patient about you trying to build a culture when Michigan expects to win now and pretty much every year. So, and the worst part is too now, just like James Franklin, James Franklin got a long leash, but this leash for this next coach is not going to be as long for Michigan. And not only that, but Michigan's also going to have the next head coach, whoever it's going to be, is going to have them. And that now that they lose one game at any point this year, and all of a sudden everybody's going to be saying, "Hey, screw Michigan, and this head coach sucks," and so you feed into the online part of it to where on social media people are going to say, "Oh, this team sucks," they've been sucking since Harbaugh left, and then they're going to bring up the scandal. How people on social media are. So you're gonna start feeding into that negative energy as a football program and as a coaching staff, and it could still, and then it could spiral right back down again. Right after you gain a little bit of momentum, it could fall apart. So no part of this job is desirable. Not because you might see the name Michigan and see the dollar sign, but you can't be blinded by that. You have to think about all the stuff internally you have to deal with, and it's not worth it when you look at that landscape.
Yeah. All right, Shane, Seattle against Phillip Rivers on Sunday, presumably.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd say that sentence 14 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is not a great start for him because
Seattle's D-line's going to kill him.
Yeah, I mean they're all a lot faster and stronger than he is. And, I mean and especially when I just this is just a disaster. It's but we'll see. He could surprise me.
He has some zip on the ball in practice, but it is practice.
I mean, it's Phillip Rivers. I trust him to have more zip on the ball at 75 than Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
True.
No, I think it'll be a slaughter, but
Yeah. All right. Well, Shane, unfortunately, we do have to let you go as well. Scoop has some internet issues, so Brandon and I will take you the rest of the way. Peace out,
right.
Shane.
See you.
See you, Shane.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, Brandon. We're gonna do the lines of the week, and we're gonna start with Colts and Seahawks. Under the proviso that looks like it's Phillip Rivers.
That should be the biggest line of the week. That should be. I mean, if we're minus 11,
and by the way, you agree, as we all do, as Shane said, that this is a disaster for Indy.
Oh yeah, because you know why? It's not just the fact that Phillip Rivers is dirt old.
Not only that he's dirt old, he's a Hall of Fame semifinalist, and he's saying, "Hey, I'm going to come back and wait 6 more years."
I don't understand what the point is when you have a whole entire, not just family, you have a whole village to feed, and you've got the money for it because you're Phillip Rivers. You're about to make the Hall of. What purpose do you have? It's like that's why we saw the memes of like people saying with Tom Brady that he's like Willem Dafoe in the Green Goblin mask.
He's like, ha, 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 I'm ready.
And it's calling back out to him.
No,
Like,
but yeah, it probably is. But the guy's been amazing at Fox. I would hate to see him.
But then here's the thing.
Here.
Apparently, because he's involved with the Raiders, he can only play for the Raiders unless he relinquishes.
Oh my God, Brady on the Raiders would be hilarious.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny?
But the Bucks would have to trade him still. I think there's some per guys or where he would have to be traded.
Yeah, but I think that because he's involved with Vegas. So, but I mean, Brady's not coming back anyway, so it's just hypothetical.
Yeah.
But
anyway, this is not hypothetical. 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, who probably won't be able to move a single lick. I mean, Daniel's probably worse, obviously, because of the injury. So it's not like Phillip Rivers can't be mobile in the pocket or anything.
But he's also 44. He takes one hit and get knocked the hell out. Like it's like, you know, Tom Brady couldn't withstand it by the end of his career. He couldn't do anything about that. And then like Phillip Rivers hasn't played in 5 years, and we remember how he looked when he left. He didn't look good.
Oh yeah, no. And by the way, I'm not mistaken, that was with the Colts too, right? That was his last stop. Yeah.
But it was a whole different.
I wrote that in I did a piece on Rivers and what impact it has on fantasy. I was like, hey, remember the last time he was on the Colts 5 years ago? It wasn't necessarily pretty.
And not just that, but this was also when Nick Sirianni was there with him. But which is crazy as that seems.
By the way, just a quick plug. Football After Hours Substack. You can check out both their articles. Brandon does this week. Every week of like the past week in the NFL, because we release them on Thursday, and then I do fantasy stuff, and I talked about Rivers kind of heavy, and just I don't think it helps anybody fantasy wise on that roster.
Well, you know what else is also scary about this whole thing too? I can't see this working with Phil Rivers, not just because of all the reasons we mentioned, but if anybody knows what a Shane Steichen offense looks like, it's me. It's heavy RPO. It's a lot of like play action fakes. It's
but you saw what JJ Watt said, right? That Phillip Rivers ran that scheme in high school. Shane Steichen's scheme.
Yeah, that's high school. Yeah, but see, high school and NFL are two different things.
Yeah. And as you said, he's not mobile enough for the scheme at this point.
By the time he fakes a play action, there's going to be guys in the backfield ready to hit him. Like, you know, by the time he just fakes that handoff to Jonathan Taylor, it's done. And especially against a defense that's top 5 like you guys are, like, you know, like Seattle is, I can't see him surviving that. Like, he might survive to the end of the game, yeah, but he's going to look really damn beat up. Like, at what point do you consider it elderly abuse? Like,
very quickly.
Like that's the scary thing. And it's like, you know, Phillip Rivers still has zip on the ball, yeah, but this isn't like in his heyday of, you know, throwing to guys like Antonio. Listen, Tyler Warren can fill in for that Antonio Gates role pretty well.
I mean, Tyler Warren is technically their emergency quarterback, by the way.
Which is God. But
hopefully you don't have to get there.
Like, I guarantee, because especially with how Shane Steichen like to use his tight ends in Philadelphia, I would not be surprised if we see in this game on Sunday, you know, him just feeding Tyler Warren as much as possible, because the safety, you know, every tight end is a quarterback safety blanket. You know, a lot of checkdowns, a lot of quick routes, and Tyler Warren is a beast of a tight end.
Which is not exactly Shane Steichen's offense. He's gonna have to pull back a lot of what he does.
Yeah, overall, yeah.
Phillip,
like you know, like when Steichen was in Philadelphia in 21-22, you know, Philly kind of had to figure out how to use the end of Zach Ertz at that point, and also get Dallas Goedert involved, and they did. But they found creative ways to do it. They're gonna have to figure out creative ways to get Tyler Warren involved. Because, let's put it this way, Phillip Rivers has to get that ball out of his hands fast. He's just going to have to. He can't hold it at all. If he holds it, gets hit, he could be done. So the scary thing is, you know, I I want to believe that this offense could do something with Phillip Rivers. It's just that the cards are so stacked against the Colts that it's like, and like I said, we already saw, like I said all year, their offense runs quite literally, pun intended,
On
runs
Jonathan Taylor.
on Jonathan Taylor.
But but as I wrote in my article today, Phillip Rivers has to do something more than serviceable for Jonathan Taylor to do anything.
Especially to beat a Seattle defense and to just beat a defense in general the rest of the season. Like, Daniel Jones complimented Taylor enough. It was still Jonathan Taylor's offense, but he complimented it enough. He did just enough on his side of things to keep the offense in rhythm and keep it moving. But so Phillip Rivers is going to have to outplay what Daniel Jones did. And at this point in his career, after missing 5 years, after missing that time away, I don't think he can. I just don't think he can.
Please tell me if I'm crazy, because I remember when Daniel Jones went down, I think it was on Monday, we talked about this, and I mentioned the name Tannehill, because what's Tannehill's age? He's like 37 now?
He's 37. He's 7 years younger? Yeah.
So, like, I don't understand why they didn't just go to Tannehill. Tannehill would have been a way better option, because I still think he can play.
Yeah.
I just why is Phillip Rivers your best option
and
over Ryan Tannehill?
And we know what Tannehill did a lot of in Tennessee: fake the handoff to Derrick Henry, find AJ Brown, or find an open receiver if he could. Like,
I still think Tannehill should be a backup in this league at least. The fact that he's not is insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we heard about the Colts reaching out to Andrew Luck, but we knew Luck was going to tell him, "Hey, screw you."
Well, why would Luck want to come back
and
risk his body even more? And then on top of that, he's doing well as the GM of Stanford. He's one of those guys that actually doesn't need it, because guess what? He's involved in his alma mater. He's very much involved in his football program.
Yeah.
So why would he want to? Why? There's literally
no
no incentive.
Yeah, and it's like, he's not making the same money he made in the NFL, but he's still making a good amount of money doing what he's doing.
And you see him having a lot of fun at Stanford. He
oh
loves
my
that
god,
job.
Yeah, like
he loves that job. He wouldn't trade that job for anything in the world.
Yeah, no,
not even another shot in the NFL. I assure you, he'll tell you that.
No, like when the Colts are just, that's why I kept saying with the Colts this year, like, early on I was impressed by them, but I kept thinking in my head, I'm like, this is a Cinderella run for them. I'm like, there's no way Daniel Jones is going to lead them all the way through the season and into the playoffs and get them far. There's no way.
There might have been a shot, but once that fibula was torn, we knew it.
But like I said, when I started noticing that pattern with Jonathan Taylor in about week 3-4 of, hey, if he can't get over 120 yards rushing a game, and hell, if he can't get over 100 yards a game, and kind of help and score a touchdown or two and really get them moving down the field, that offense is not scoring enough. So, I looked at the Colts all year and I was skeptical, and then I was like, and then once we found out that he was on that, but like even before he went down, and we heard that he was playing and his fibula was all messed up and all these different things, I'm like, that season's over. I don't care.
Yay!
For now, we shall see. Hopefully.
Okay, Scoop, what are your thoughts on Phillip Rivers starting against the Seahawks on Sunday, if that's the case?
Well, I will say, obviously, this is another 5 years. But my God,
2031.
My God, I have a big head. There we go.
But my God, I have a big head.
But I think it's cool. It doesn't really. I think some people are more surprised at it than I am. Apparently they called Kaepernick. So they were clearly like going to any corner of the earth in order to find a competent quarterback.
I still don't know why. I still don't know what happened with them and Tannehill. Tannehill would have made more sense.
He's like the only one they didn't reach out to. I don't know why.
I think they did. I just think they went.
I didn't hear anything about that. I heard Kaepernick, I heard Luck, and I heard Phillip Rivers.
I don't know all the specifics, but I think they did reach out to Tannehill, but they just decided on Rivers.
My guess is that Tannehill, if they didn't bring him in, my guess is that Tannehill probably told them he prefers to stay home.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
it's also week 15. Like, I kind of get it, but
Yeah, like but also like I feel like even David Carr, oh my god. Even Derek
Derek
Carr I feel like would have made more sense.
well, Derek, I would give Derek a few more years because I think he's still recovering from the injury.
Oh,
So that's when people bring up Derek Carr, I still have to be reminded that the dude's recovering from a pretty massive
no, that's
injury.
fair. I was thinking like if you were going to bring a quarterback out of retirement, he would have been the first one that I thought of.
Right, but I think he's still dealing with at least lingered injury stuff.
Okay, good.
But yeah, okay. So we're doing our lines of the week. Let's start with Colts at Seahawks.
I mean, that should be a massive line. But the thing is, like, I don't think it's going to be the biggest just because, obviously, Eagles, Raiders. Well, I know the line for Eagles, Raiders. I think everybody does because they've been saying it all week. Like, you can't.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Then I'll let Scoop guess it.
Yeah, so that line, I'll just say it right now that because we obviously know this, that line is big. But
Well, yeah,
don't.
I would have that I could have figured.
Yeah, but I don't. But Eagles Raiders is a bigger mismatch than Seahawks Colts. So I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
and then that game's where, Rob, Seahawks Colts.
My home, baby. It's at Lehman.
Home team also. I'm gonna say Seattle minus. I'm gonna say Seattle minus 9.5.
Scoop.
I mean, that should be a multiple score game. Especially if you said it's in Seattle.
Yep. Yeah.
So I would have probably said minus 10 on a neutral site. And we say what? Added 3 points for a home game?
Yeah, I had 3 points.
All right. So I'll say Colts. I'll say Seahawks minus 13.
Very close. Seahawks minus 13.5.
So wow, so it's bigger than Philly's line.
And by the way, it's not the biggest line of the week. I'm not gonna
Really?
I'm not gonna have you guys guess this because it's stupid. It's tied for the biggest line of the week. Jaguars minus 13.5 versus the Jets. So they're
Oh my
tied.
god.
I'm not gonna have you guess Jags Jets. It's stupid to guess.
I could have. There are other games on this list that look to me like they should be bigger lines than that.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll give you this. Like Bears minus 7.5 over the Browns, Texans minus 9.5 over the Cards, Niners at 12.5 over the Titans. So like,
I don't think they should be
Yeah.
favored that heavily over the Titans.
no, I don't think so either. But not that heavy. But yeah. All right, Scoop. Guess Raiders versus the positive Rabbits.
Positive rabbits. Okay,
I said this on What's the Scoop. I am going to buy that exact rabbit and put it in our studio when we get a studio. I'm going to find a way to buy that thing.
all right. Well, so obviously, I think we all expect the Eagles to be favored.
Yes.
I'll say Eagles minus.
Oh, wait, before you say that, do you want a hint as to what it could be? Do you remember what the line was when the Eagles played the Cardinals in 23?
How the flip would I remember that?
I do remember what it was.
It's the same exact line, and it's that.
I
And I think
I
it's-
thought it was a little bit higher. I thought it was a little bit higher.
and it correlates with the collapse. So
No, I don't remember that at all.
I thought it was a little bit higher than this one.
no,
Is
it's the
it-
same
no,
line.
Same one.
All right. Frick, I don't know. Eagles minus 10.5.
Very close. It's 11.5.
Yep.
Oh,
I thought Cards was 12 or 13.5.
No,
No.
I think it started out like the first day after we lost. It started out that way, and then it went down. like 1 or 2. So it went down to 11.5, and then that was the game where we were up like 18 at halftime. Julio Jones caught 2 touchdown passes, and we blew it.
Yeah. Actually, I have a lot of good. I have a lot of good lines here.
Julio being an Eagle just feels like a fever dream to me.
You know what's funny? He wasn't bad.
Yeah,
No,
he
he
was
wasn't.
pretty good. No. Bills at Patriots.
The Bills at Patriots.
Yes.
Where's the game?
New England, Foxborough.
Foxborough.
That's why I'm trying to make sure I say at the team now, because I know you guys asked where it is. So, yeah, Bills at Pats.
If I know Vegas, they're still gonna freaking favor Buffalo for no reason. I'll go Buffalo -1.5.
Brandon.
Let's see. New England won the first matchup, but it was only by 3. And that was away. And New England hasn't beaten up, anybody really all year. The Bills have been spiraling, but they just beat Joe Burrow. I mean, that's the Bengals, but it's still more, going toe to toe with Joe Burrow and beating them is something. And I think that might get Vegas to buy back in. But I'm gonna say ever so slightly. I'm gonna say New England minus. I don't think it's a pick 'em. I think New England will get a little bit of a bump from being the home team. So I'm gonna say New England -2.5.
I don't know how Scoop does it. Bills -1.5.
That's insane.
That's
I don't like that as a pick 'em. I don't.
Chargers at Kansas City.
Ugh.
What the fuck?
What?
What's wrong with your voice today?
Today, this is every week. So I'm definitely taking the Chiefs because you said it's like Geho, right?
Yeah, I still hate that it's
Arrowhead.
No, Jeha. Yeah.
I'm not saying that stupid ass letter thing. No, it's Arrowhead.
I see. Here's what's hilarious. I always forget it's Arrowhead. I just remember it as Geha.
Oh my god!
But even though I haven't been there for a football game. I've only been there for a concert.
That must be an amazing place to go to a concert.
It was fire, and we had really good seats. It was I went for my 24th birthday. We went to see Morgan Wallen, and
what a great place to see Morgan Wallen.
No, for real, it was one of my favorite concerts ever. But I think it's gonna be inside a Tutty. I'll go chong. I'll go Chiefs minus. I'll go Chiefs -6.
Okay, Brandon.
Well, the Texans have a top 5 defense. They just dismantled.
Texans. I thought they were playing the Chargers.
No, I'm
from last week.
I'm setting it up.
Oh, sorry.
Texans had a top 5 defense. Murdered, they basically murdered the Chiefs. They had them in a box pretty much all night. Chargers have a top 3 defense in the NFL. It's ranked 3rd overall. And they just obviously took our quarterback and wide receivers behind the woodshed. So, I mean, I know I don't think the Chargers are favored. Because it's a home game for the Chiefs, and for some reason, Vegas.
By the way, I will say this right now. I took the Chargers in our pick'em.
Yeah. I did.
Really quickly throwing that out there.
I did too.
I haven't made my selections yet.
I am going to say just because the Chiefs are the home team, Vegas loves them. Even if they could be 1-14 at this point, Vegas would still love them.
Except you know what they are?
What?
6-7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and for the freaking first time that they're under 500 since 2012, since Andy Reid left Philadelphia.
Yeah, since freaking Eric Fisher was the first overall pick.
Yeah. So I will say, you know what? I'm gonna say 2.5 again. I'm gonna say Chiefs -2.5.
I need like a video of Scoop's room. Like I need a back video of some sort because this is
A
crazy.
monitor. Yeah.
It's Chiefs minus 5.5.
Close.
It Scoops at 6. I don't know how he does it.
Here. This is what's behind. This is what's on the other side of my laptop.
No, what's on your laptop?
Oh, here. You want me to share my screen?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm just wondering what the hell's going on.
We're meeting with
it's
technological
crazy.
difficulties tonight.
Packers at Broncos.
Ew.
You said you said it's at Broncos.
Yes, Packers at Broncos.
The facial expression Brandon just made was freaking hilarious.
It's a great game, by the way. This game's great. I'm excited for this one.
Packers at Broncos. That actually should be a good game.
That might be game of the week. Other than Lions Rams.
I'll go Broncos at 2 minus 5. What the hell?
Whoa.
Broncos minus 2.5.
Oh my God, Scoop has lost it.
I told you guys I'm sick.
I don't know how you. We've all at some point done this show sick. It's amazing. I don't know how we do it.
I mean, football tends to be the time of the year when most people get sick.
True.
Fun fact: you don't get sick from the cold. You get sick from the germs because the cold, I think, it lowers your immunity, and you get sick from the germs.
I thought it made it like things easier to circulate.
That too.
No, partially that too.
Partially.
But I will say, I think the reason we get sick during football season is because we're just like in December, we're just like football season sucks, and our body dies along with it as the season ends.
Well, also you gotta think about it this way too. When you're that cold, and when you're out in the cold, especially doing Christmas shopping, whatever you're doing, and you come home like. You're tired from being out in the cold. You need to warm up. We're warm-blooded creatures. So when you're tired, I believe you're also susceptible.
Yeah,
to being
yeah.
sick.
Okay, Brandon, what do you got here?
I know the Broncos are at home, but the Packers. It's just the last week of Toyotathon.
No, 28th, I think.
Okay, so we are still in the prime of Toyotathon. So
I think it's either Christmas.
I have to go look up the lore with that because I'm not cued in on this lore. Also,
it's amazing.
You guys have to remind me what the new video game is that you were talking about that I have to get.
What video game?
If I remembered, I wouldn't have to ask you which one it was.
I mean, we told you Rocket League.
I already got Rocket League.
I know. What else? I was telling you that you should wait for Madden to be on sale.
It was like one of those like I can't remember if it was like Red Dead or if it was something similar to that or Halo or Modern Warfare or
no, we were talking about Battlefield 6, but we're not going to pick that up for a while, I don't think.
I don't think it was that. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, I have to remember. Wait, I'm just going to really quickly check when Toyotathon ends.
Please.
It runs through early January 2026.
Oh
okay.
My God!
Can I read something to you real quick?
Yeah.
I typed in when does Toyotathon, like I only got those 3 words in, and the third option is when does Toyotathon start for Jordan Love?
See?
Yes.
The thing is, Scoop, I need you to research the Toyotathon Jordan Love lore because it's all statistics based. You will love it.
I believe they actually pulled up the legit stats, like from legit reporters and sources. They pulled up legit Toyotathon stats versus Jordan Love the rest of the year. He's literally Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
You know what I think is amazing? I typed in Toyotathon for this year, right? So Toyotathon 2025. And the first result on Google is a sponsored result from Happy Honda Days. So for some reason, I'm being asked to buy a Honda instead of a Toyota.
It's because it's the play on Happy Holidays. It's Happy Honda Days. They have that too.
But still, why? I'm trying to look at Toyotas.
I'm also a proud Toyota guy. So Toyotathon all the way. So yeah,
basically end of week 18 essentially is when it ends.
I I'm going to say.
Now, I want to look at how good Toyotathon actually is.
Well, it's
No,
good for Jordan. It's good for Jordan Love. So for that reason, I'm gonna say.
Should I buy a car that I can't drive just to appease Jordan Love?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like making a, what is it? Not making a sacrifice. It's like praying to Jordan Love by buying a Toyota.
The other aspect of this is, he has a sponsorship deal with Toyota for
Yes,
Toyotathon now.
he even feeds into the meme himself, like, because it's true. So yeah, I'll say Packers minus. You know what? I'm gonna say it again because one of these has to hit. Damn it! I'm gonna say Packers minus 2.5.
Holy shit! It's Packers You said Broncos minus 2.5.
Oh, my bad.
It's Packers minus 2.5. Good
job. One of them had to hit.
Good job. I mean, Brandon.
I'm quickly looking up how much Oh my god! I have to request a quote. God damn it! I can't see how much a Toyota Camry
for a
costs.
bunny? Oh.
No, not for wait, what the fuck? Wait, Scoop, why would they be APR financing on a bunny? What the fuck? Oh my god.
Boy.
I said request a quote. Why would I have to request a quote?
Can I make the monthly payments on the bunny?
I don't know. I've never gotten a rabbit before.
Is it zero down at signing?
What did you just say? It's not a fucking rabbit. It's basically a balloon, not an actual rabbit. I'm not trying to buy an actual rabbit.
Okay.
What the fuck? I want to buy a pop-up, not an actual one.
Like,
what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck is a negotiable documentary service fee? What does that mean?
I've never heard of that in my life. Thank God that my car. Literally, we didn't buy from a dealership. The thing is, even when is that something that Toyota just does, or that I don't even want to know.
What the hell is a documentary service fee? It's up to $200. What does that even mean?
Wonder why cars are so expensive these days. There's part of your answer. They just whack you with fees nonstop.
I'm searching up what this is. I don't need results. Is a charge from a car dealer processing paperwork, which is often negotiable because
that sounds right.
Because when dealers usually charge everyone the same, you can haggle for it to offset it. So that's what so you can negotiate it. Okay, so that's such a stupid word.
That's the reason why I would not buy a car from a dealership unless I have I have just an insane amount of money and I can just afford to live with the fees on top of it.
Payments. Okay, wait. So I'm trying to buy. Okay, wait. So I'm trying to buy.
You're not trying to buy. You're just browsing. If you were trying to buy, you'd be more serious than doing this on a football show. You have more lines before you start buying a brand new 2026 Toyota.
No, 2025. Really quick. So what should I put as the money down for this thing? Because I could put no cash down, no cash down, a 72-month term length with an excellent credit score, and I have to pay $545 a month.
Yeah.
And then if I was to, oh my god, this car looks like shit. This 2025 Toyota Camry XSE. Look at the front of this car.
You should say that to negotiate with them. This car looks like shit.
It does. Look at the front of the car looks like garbage.
I'm gonna ask him then why he wants it because he's gonna try to buy it. And oh, by the way, this car looks like shit. Like, what's the best price you can do on it?
Oh my god! I just figured out how much this car is. I think this is with Toyotathon base MSRP.
Wait. You think that car looks like shit?
Yeah, look at the front of it.
Nothing wrong with that car. Well,
Look
I'm
at the
biased.
front of it.
I'm a Toyota guy. Also, my dad used to drive a Toyota Camry back in the day.
It's $36,000.
That's actually not that expensive.
It's not that bad.
Especially in this day. Especially in this
Oh,
day.
by the way, I can find you one in Yonkers for $28,000.
Yonkers.
That only has 9,000 miles on it.
What's a Yonkers? I mean, what the?
New
That's not what I
York?
meant.
Yonkers.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
New York.
I misspoke.
Oh my god, bro! I should get this in Packers colors. That would make it even better. Oh my god. Oh, I'm okay.
What the hell put this many miles on a 2024 Toyota Camry XXSE? Jesus Christ. Who
Are
puts...
you okay?
Yeah, I'm tired.
I
you
hate
sound
how
like
that.
a fucking
I hate how that name is.
It's because it's a lot of E sounding letters in there and a lot of noises. X.
A lot of E.
Yeah.
There's
there's a 2024 version of that car, right? $24,000, but it has 50. How the hell do you put 53,000 miles on a car in 2 years?
I don't know. I didn't do it.
I have
That's
no
a lot.
idea.
That's a lot in 2 years.
Um.
Like, where are
All
you
right.
driving that to?
Well, the thing is,
off-roading your Toyota
Oh my
Camry?
god.
Oh my god. Ugh. I'm burping because I'm drinking Diet Coke.
Are you going off-roading with your Toyota Camry? Is that what it is?
Well, okay, but the other thing of this is Toyotas are actually, aren't they pretty good with mileage? Don't they survive a long time?
They're pretty good with everything. I could drive my 2004 Toyota RAV4 Sport into the middle of World War III. You would have torpedoes and shit being fired at me. My car would just deflect it.
Oh, that's a good segue to our post credit scene later.
My car is literally the Toyota version of a tank. My car could literally survive like capital punishment on it if it really had. I love it so much.
I know we were going to avoid this topic today, but
what did you have in mind?
Well, I was just going to bring up. Oh, sorry, I got something on my leg. I was just going to bring up something that I saw, if I can find it again, about some of the. Because Brandon, are you the one who's always complaining about like hitch routes in our offense?
Oh yeah,
not only that, Shane's done whiteboard segments on it.
Well, the reason why
you can expand on it, absolutely, go ahead.
I know what you're going for. Yeah,
there's an X post. It's X. That Brandon Deeg, who's a big time Eagles guy on the Score, and he posted this yesterday. Well, I guess 2 days ago now. Says 24.9% of the Eagles' routes run this season have been hitch routes, according to True Media. Route frequencies have been tracked since 2019, and no team has ever reached 21.8% in a single season. Some great stuff here from Sirianni and Patillo.
Wait. No. I'm happy you mentioned that. You should mention that on Sunday to Shane if you guys lose, because that's been the biggest problem for you guys.
Yeah, well, I had to look up
a disgusting percentage.
I'll be straight up because I had to look up because after we talked about it once, I had to look up what a hitch route was because I didn't quite really.
You don't. Not that you should, to be honest, Kevin Patullo. Have you ever run a hitch route in Madden?
Like I said, I'll be very honest with you. I lose track of what different things are called.
It's like a curl.
It's kind of like a curl. Except
okay. So it's like you run and then you run back.
You go up and then you like immediately go down.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. By the way, it's horrible in Madden. So why does it work in real life? It doesn't.
Yeah, no. But also like the offenses that I run in Madden are like the antithesis of what the Eagles run because I'm constantly using the middle of the field. I'm constantly like trying to like cut the ball in between guys. I'm constantly audibling and motioning the back.
I'm constantly running the ball. I'm a running guy. I'm a running guy. I like to run the ball.
So here's the thing. I'm a running guy when I have crappy Wi-Fi, because otherwise everything's just going to go for a pick. But now where I live now, the Wi-Fi is usually better. Tonight it sucks, but usually better.
Crap happened.
So then I am more comfortable running balanced. But that's a lot of the times why I'll, instead of doing a QB for my career, I'll do a running back, because otherwise I just end up throwing 19 picks a game.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, so
right.
I cut that down. I throw 19 picks in a season, but meanwhile, my quarterback's throwing 85 touchdowns and rushing for another 40.
Yeah, well, I play on usually all pro.
Yeah,
I do as well. But
yeah, all Madden, baby.
Yeah,
okay.
I have too much of a processing delay to run on all Madden. By the time I snap the ball on all Madden, my guy's already been pancaked.
No, but my whole thing, all Madden is the most balanced if you don't use sliders. Like all Madden.
That's why. Yeah, I like realism. I mean, all Madden to me. I've been playing that for so many years. It just comes easy to me now.
Yeah,
all Madden.
I've gotten better. I've gotten better at it because of Ultimate Team challenges, but I still suck at it.
Oh, I see. I hate Ultimate Team, but I also
I hate it too. But I play it and I don't spend any money. The most I've ever spent on Ultimate Team throughout my entire life is $4.
Yeah, no, I refuse to spend money on that because it's like they and the NBA 2K game, they became such pay to play focused that I was
2K is so much worse. 2K is so much worse.
Yeah,
with that.
In my opinion, they're not as bad as they used to be.
And that's fine. It's as long as you admit it's still bad. That's all I care about.
Yeah, but it's just where was I going with that? I will say I've been playing Diamond Dynasty this year more than I usually do.
Yeah, because I don't think the prices are that egregious, and I think you can still build a good team without paying for it too.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is I haven't spent a nickel on my Diamond Dynasty aside from what I already got when I with what came with the game.
Yeah.
But I really like the way
because you got a Black Friday deal with MLB The Show, right?
It was Cyber Monday, but same thing.
Yeah, so I know you get some extra content with that, which is really nice.
Yeah, and I just but actually I didn't even really spend that on my Diamond Dynasty. I spent it all on my Road to the Show player.
That's funny. Okay, let's continue on this.
Sorry.
We'll get to more. No, it's fine. We'll get to more video game stuff later because I have the craziest video game thing you'll ever see in a little bit. Panthers at Saints.
We really thought this was more interesting than video games, huh? No, in all seriousness, you said the game's in the Big Easy?
Yep, in the Big Easy, close to where you're at, my friend.
Yeah. I'll say this. For as close as I usually live to this stadium, you could give me a ticket for free and I probably wouldn't go to this game.
Oh, my God.
I'll say Carolina -4.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. By the way, what is our game of the week? Is what? It's Lions Rams. Are we taking Lions Rams?
Let me look real quick. Hang on.
Anyway, continue, Brandon. What are you taking for Panthers Saints?
As bad as the Saints are, they don't get blown out, and they just beat the Bucs. So,
I mean, it's either Lions, Rams, or Packers, Broncos.
Yeah, Green Bay, Denver. Yeah.
Either one. You can take those two.
And Scoop, you said 4.5 for the Panthers, right?
You said
Probably.
Did you say 4? You said I think you said 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said 4 flat.
Yeah, just because it's a division game and the home team gets some points, I'm gonna go one under. I'm gonna say Panthers -3.5.
Panthers -2.5.
Really?
Yeah. I don't understand that.
What do they see in the Saints that I'm not seeing?
I guess just
I don't know,
division
dude.
game.
Yeah, well, division game, home, and Kellen Moore are the three things I can think of. But even so, that should only buy you so much goodwill.
Yep. All right. Lions Rams. One of the games of the week we chose here.
Where is
our
it?
last one in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and that Lions defense is not good. Well, neither defense is good, but the Rams are better. That one feels like Rams. That one almost feels like a pick 'em. But that one, I'll say Rams Oof. I mean, not having Laporta hurts the Lions there. Not
I
having
don't even think they have their main backup still at tight end. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, like I don't think it's. I think I'm gonna say it again. I think I'm gonna double up on it. I'm gonna say 3.5. I'm gonna say Rams minus 3.5.
Scoop.
I would say Rams minus a figgy on a neutral field. So give them an extra 3 and put me down for Rams minus 6.
How is he doing this? Rams minus 6.
Is it? I think that's
Yeah.
high.
I think it's insanely high.
I think that's high.
I don't know how Scoop is doing this. It opened at what did it open at? It opened at Rams minus 4.5. So people have been betting the Rams heavy over the last few days.
That's got to be recency bias because of the way that Detroit played against.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still hung 44 on them. Like,
yeah, Scoop. I'm confused by how you do this. It feel like you should be a professional bettor at this point.
I was just in Vegas last week.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. So are we just doubling up Vikings, Rams, Packers, Broncos, or do you prefer like one game over the other that you rather see?
Wait, Vikings, Rams.
oh yeah,
Or not Viking, Rams. No, Lions, Rams, and Packers, Broncos. Which game do you prefer? Like, which games would you watch more?
I probably would say Lions, Rams, just because we just called them 2 of the 3 teams that we're all still in on.
Yeah, I would say that as well.
See, yeah, I would think so too. Because and the reason why I wouldn't pick Packers, Broncos, because the Broncos do the same thing every week. They take too long to get going in these games, and then they come alive in the fourth quarter.
I'll say this. I know different people feel different way about Dan Campbell. Of the 4 coaches in these 2 games, I trust Coach Payton the least of the 4. And I get that people have issues with Coach Campbell and the way that he runs things sometimes. Give me a coach that's over aggressive and it's always playing to win rather than a coach that's playing not to lose. I've seen that too damn much this year.
But McVay's a better coach, though.
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah.
I'm just
You're just saying on Campbell. Yeah, I hear that.
No, because I'm saying if I'm going to compare the coach I trust less in each game, Lions, Rams versus Packers, Broncos, I still trust Campbell more than I trust Payton.
I think
it's making sense at all.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Yeah, I think it's a big gap after McVay too. I don't think Matt LaFleur is as good as people think he is either.
Yeah,
like
for me, it's LaFleur. Hello. For me, it's McVay rather. A bit of a gap. I think LaFleur and Campbell are very close. I think I give a slight edge to Campbell. And then Peyton's below them all.
Yeah. Pot cookies? Oh, crap. Guys,
I'll say sorry.
Guys, I'm going to go Scoop. You go first.
I'll say this. It damn well better be Eagles Raiders because if this game's still stressing me out in the fourth quarter, I'm going to be pissed as shit.
And that's exactly why I'm taking Eagles Raiders. I hate both these offenses so fucking much.
Get ready for the worst game. Get ready for the worst game you're ever going to see in your life because the Eagles are going to play down to competition, and then Kenny Pickett's just going to find Brock Bowers wide open down the seam every damn play.
Yeah, I'm picking Eagles Raiders because even if this game is if this game is a blowout, great for the Eagles.
Well,
it's a bad game.
You know what the biggest problem is going to be for us is stopping Action Genty because we love giving up like 100 yards a game to running backs.
But they have the worst offensive line when it comes to run blocking, though. And you have a good defensive line.
We're no better.
I will also add this. So I always feel every week that I should give 2 pot cookies games, one for the biggest blowout and one for the just most boring game between the 2. And
you can do that if you want. What do you have in mind this week?
If I were to do the other one, I think this is a pretty obvious one. It's Commanders Giants.
Do you guys want to guess the line for Commanders Giants?
I mean, we got one team that's like 3-10 and one team that's 2-11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's that? Got to be like a field goal game, maybe 2.5, 3 points.
Yeah, you're right on track. It's Giants -2.5.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm taking the Giants is because Dart is starting. That's literally the only reason.
See, that wouldn't even be enough for me to take it because Dart's gotten hit multiple times, and from what I remember, that's a pretty decent Commander defense.
That can be well.
Their back end is awful, but their D line's solid.
Well,
At least
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Like their front seven.
they've got the same story as last year. They stopped the run well, but they stopped. What is it? Which one is it? It's the same thing as last year, where one side of their defense is bad, the other one, and then the other one's actually decent. I forget. I think their pass defense last year was the one that was considered good, and their run defense is awful.
Yeah, that
So,
sounds right. But
but then their pass defense got messed up by all their freaking PIs all the time.
Overrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I just want to make sure that I'm doing. I want to see what their ranking is this year because I haven't even looked at the Commanders. Let me see. So, total defense. Yeah, that's about right. That's exactly what I thought because that's exactly where they were last year. Commanders are 30th in total defense this year.
Oh Jesus!
Their passing defense is 30th. And
Makes sense.
And their run defense is no better. Their run defense is 29th.
Great. Yeah.
Well, my bad.
So, very good. Yeah. No, I'm taking Raiders Eagles. Even what happened, Scoop? What happened?
I smashed my humerus on the edge of the wooden chair.
Damn. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It just
Okay.
smarts like a bitch.
Oh my god. Okay, so here's why I'm taking Raiders Eagles. I hate both these offenses with a passion, clearly. Secondly,
What else is new?
if the Eagles blow them out, the game's boring anyway. Here's how I think this game's gonna go. Either you guys have like a 24-point lead by the end of the third quarter, or the game is 6-3 Raiders by the end of the third quarter.
I can see both.
I could see either fucking one of those, and neither one of those would fucking surprise me.
I think those are the only two ways this game goes. I really do. I hate this game with a passion. I can't wait to watch it because how much I'm going to hate it.
Remember,
We'll see. Here's the annoying thing, right? Here's the annoying thing as a Philly fan. If we win this game by 25, people are going to say, "Who cares? You should beat the Raiders by 25 if your roster is that good."
Exactly. Right.
If it's anything close, then it's going to be, well, this is, who cares if Philly won? They should have won by 3 times as much. Like there's no possible way for Philly to come out where they're going to get any respect.
and then the third option,
because it's the Raiders. Why would nobody get respect playing the Raiders?
And then the third option is we win in general, and you're going to have our fan base saying, "Oh, we're back." I'm like, "Yeah, we beat the Raiders." Like, no, we're not back.
I'll put it this way. The one scenario in which you might hear me do a little bit of that last thing is it's going to depend on how our offense is called and managed. If I see us
fair. I agree with that.
If I see us show up on both sides of the ball for 4 quarters, and I see us using the middle of the field, and I see us balanced offense, and I see if I see these different things, and I see AJ Brown not stepping on his dick down the middle of the field 3 times when he could have easily taken it to the house. If I see these things all coming together, then you might hear a little bit of that overzealousness on my part on Monday.
I will say though to counteract that just preemptively, the Raiders suck at covering the middle of the field. They're like one of the worst in the league at it. So you better do it.
Which means the Eagles won't do it, which means we'll throw the ball to the sideline.
So you better do it.
Because
you
know
what's so funny to me is we talk about Madden and comparing like NFL offenses to Madden. If anything, I prefer throwing over the middle of the field in Madden than I do to the sidelines.
I can go either way. It depends on it because I run Shane Steichen's offense. Or 1 year I ran it. I think in 25 or 24 I ran it. I think this year I ran Washington.
I use Kellen Moore's offense.
Okay, yeah. I think this year I either used New Orleans or Washington, but I forgot. And then
Yeah,
one year I used San Francisco's before they broke it. And I had a bunch of weird stuff. Anyway, yeah, I think this game is going to be fun. Why is it a fun game? Pocket Geeks game of the week because it's the Raiders, and I hate these offenses anyway. I think it's going to be fun because of how much I'm going to hate it. Like I genuinely think in the morning. I genuinely think by 11 a.m. in the morning that game is going to cause me to puke my guts out. That's how much I feel about it.
I certainly hope not, as somebody who was doing that earlier tonight. But
Oh no!
Did we talk earlier? Did we talk on this show about the reports about Robert Saleh with Vegas, or was that only on WTF?
I mean, Robert Saleh basically got a contract offer that was really lucrative by the Raiders, and now they're interested in it again. Which I mean, does it matter? The roster sucks, so I don't want Saleh to go there anyway.
I think Saleh is going to get better jobs than the Raiders, and honestly, I think Saleh's going to be in a unique position where I think if his only head coaching offers from the Raiders and he gets defensive coordinator jobs from other teams, I honestly think he might be better off taking a D coordinator job from another team than the head coaching job of the Raiders.
He should if I choose between the Raiders head coaching job or the Niners D coordinator job and staying there, I'm staying with the Niners.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and if that's the case, yeah. So I'm just staying with the Niners if I'm him. Okay, so that's all I got for games and pot cookies. Here's the video game stuff. We did talk about this on What's the Scoop, but I'm so dumbfounded by this. A Chinese engineer. I don't want to play this on the show because it's just too nutty and it sounds like gunshots, and I don't think that's worth just randomly putting audio of random pyrotechnic gunshots on a show. But you can search it up. So basically, this Chinese engineer said, hey, Call of Duty's great, right? It's a great game. Not anymore. We have our gripes with Call of Duty. We won't get into it here. But Call of Duty's a great game. I love playing Call of Duty. I love playing all these shooter games, Battlefield, so on and so forth. Whatever other, because I know China also has their own different FPSs that are really fun, apparently, from what I've heard. Anyway, he's like, hey, you know what? Let's make this more immersive. I'm gonna wear a helmet and I'm gonna wear like a biker helmet, a like bulletproof vest or what seems like a bulletproof vest, and I'm gonna make it so that every time a gun gets shot at me in the game, pyrotechnics shoot at my face. Oh, and I'm gonna have wind effects that hit me and I fall over. He literally when he gets hit, he goes, ugh, and then he just like completely falls over. At the end of the video.
You have to be a masochist to want to do that.
To be fair, this guy was waking up at 2:00 in the morning to watch European football.
I mean, I get that though. But again, like, why though? Yeah, no. But again, it's like so the two comments that were amazing with this was, this is why women live longer than men. True. The second one is the best one. Just enlist, bro. Like, if you want to get shot or electrocuted, this seems like a waste of time. If you'd rather just learn military, I guess.
Military?
I guess. Like,
I don't know. Just the phrasing of that was funny.
Like Brandon, would you do this?
Why would anybody? Like,
because it's immersive.
If I wanted immersion, I would want immersion.
Like hardcore immersion, like immersion to the 10th degree.
Yeah, I would want immersion when it came to a sports video game. When it came to something where I'm not feeling like I'm going to physically get shot.
Oh my god! You just gave me an idea. There should be an engineer who does this thing with Madden, where every time he gets tackled in Madden, he gets tackled in real life.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine?
That might excuse me. That might what's the word?
that might cause CTE. The guy's shooting at himself.
No, that's not what I was going to say, like, at all. That might inspire them to actually focus on the actual game more.
Like, I can't. I mean, like when it comes,
I'm laughing so hard I'm coughing.
when it comes to sports, like video games, I think that'd be a cool idea. Or like when you have the Oculus headset and it feels like you're in a game or whatever it might be. Like, but no, when you're playing a horror, any kind of like horror game or FPS, yeah, like no, I don't want to be that immersed that I actually feel it. No, I do not.
No, that's how you get a random spike in PTSD in this country.
Yeah.
Scoop, would you do this? Are you interested at all?
I have epilepsy. Are you out of your freaking mind? Hell no.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is a no for me. I'm very curious of how he actually made this.
First of all, no for you.
They have what do you call it? They had that football game they came out with a few years ago. It wasn't anything to do with Madden, but like they had that football game that was like a virtual reality football game thing.
Oh yeah, NFL Pro VR. Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, something like that. My friend was actually a part of the people that were making it.
It's a great game. When I get a VR headset, it's like the first game I'm gonna buy. It's a great game.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna ask you if you want to play it, but like that's probably the closest that I would do to actually playing like virtual reality, like actually like immersion, like first person immersion. Because see, here's the thing. Part of the thing that I love about video games and sports video games and things of that nature is that when I'm done, I can turn it off. And I can connect my brain to something else that I want to go and concentrate on. And I don't have to actually wake up in the morning trying to figure out, okay, was that actually real? Did I actually perceive that? Or am I just having a...
Or you wake up in the morning and your whole body feels like you're in pain because you got electrocuted by a video game.
I mean, I've woken up in the morning with my whole body in pain for the last 25 years, but...
I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm just saying.
It was meant to be a joke.
But at the same time, can you imagine waking up the next morning and be like, "Hey, let's play Call of Duty. Oh, I have this great thing where you can get electrocuted and shot in the face."
Here's the thing. The closest that I would come to that, is like if I had like if there was like a UFC or a WWE game that was like immersive in that regard, I would hate that. Like, well, see, like I don't think I would like it, but that I might at least try. I might at least try that just to like see like what that was like. But like, there's a difference between going and like, squaring up with a guy wearing rubber hands and somebody taking an AK-47 to your dome.
Or like just pyrotechnics to your dome, yeah. Like, the thing that weirds me out is at the end, right? Because he's playing on PC, right? At the end, he like has this wind machine, right? And the wind machine literally blows his computer and blows him over because it's so strong.
I mean, like,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I mean, you guys heard me saying on WTS that like just A, how much of a masochist do you have to be to play that, and B, if you're going to
let me ask you this question. Not only play that, but how much of a masochist do you have to be to decide, hey, I'm going to create it and actually do it?
Yeah, and like, can you imagine doing that?
I mean, at least you're getting paid in that regard. That's different than actually paying to have this experience.
No. I think he did it as a hobby. I don't think he getting paid for it. I think he just did it as a hobby. I think he did it on his spare time.
Then I have to question your mental health.
He must. That's what I'm saying. He must just want to feel something. Like at that point, anything.
You can go and take a freaking taser to your nuts. That'll make you feel something too.
How about you? How about you do that? How about you just play paintball?
Paintball's fun.
Yeah, like how about you just go out and play paintball?
My question is, if that suit, right, is meant for whatever it is, whatever thing he's doing is meant for like these FPS games. How does the zombie mode work for Call of Duty?
What's a zombie mode?
Oh,
Have you never played Call of Duty Zombies?
I've never played Call of Duty anything.
Oh my God, Scoop! You uncultured swine.
I don't
It's
think.
not
Actually,
okay.
I don't think he could, Rob.
I don't.
Oh.
To be fair, I don't think Scoop could play Call of Duty. I don't think.
Wait, why is that? Why is this?
The epilepsy issue, especially
Oh, okay.
zombies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you could handle it. No,
Would
but
that-
with-
imagine
would that
Scoop
apply to
having
all of
fun.
them? Would that apply to like Modern Warfare, Halo?
that would apply to
GTA?
every single one. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, but
Like-
GTA is not an FPS. I don't know about GTA.
I'm
I'm just
imagine
saying
Scoop,
proper FPSs.
imagine Scoop having to play Call of Duty on a modify on a Black Ops 2 like modded map where it's like it gets flashbanged every 5 seconds.
Oh
Right.
my god. Oh my god. You know what I would not want
I'm
Scoop
still
to
counting
do?
on y'all to help me launch my streaming channel. By the way.
Oh no, I'm gonna work on that over the next few days. By the way, we can promote that right now. Yeah, Scoop's gonna stream on our Football After Hours Twitch
Yay.
pretty soon. I'm really excited about that. No, but the
You said you
one
wanted to
thing-
do something either tomorrow or Saturday, right?
I think Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Since there's nothing on.
I'm so down to be on those streams too.
Oh, bet.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna be on there doing different stuff. But before the John Cena fight, I got plenty of time. Or the card. Anyway, so the one thing for Scoop that would scare me with his epilepsy more than probably any other video game. There's probably a good amount of video games that, like, if you have epilepsy, you shouldn't play. The one that I would hate for Scoop to play is so Call of Duty World at War is a really hard campaign, especially
Yeah,
the
it
back
is.
end, even on rookie. Scoop playing Call of Duty World at War campaign on veteran with the amount of flashbangs and grenades
That's what I'm
that
saying.
get
That's what I'm
shoot
saying.
at you.
I hope you know that respectfully, you're just speaking gibberish to me. I don't know what any of that means.
No, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, Scoop, you're. It's just literally like every 2 minutes, it's just boof, 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 like in front of your face. Like
Yeah, that sounds
literally,
that sounds suboptimal.
it's insane.
My God, we should clip just that part of Rob doing that and be like out of context, Rob.
Boof. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but safe to say, or to put a conclusion on this, to wrap this up, why? Just how bored do you have to be to want to do this?
I guess it's just because he can.
I just first off, I question how he did it. I really
how
want to
you-
know how he do it.
How do you wake up just one day and you decide, I'm going to build this, or I'm going to do it right, or hell, he must have dreamt about this beforehand, because there's no way that a normal person could wake up, go throughout their day, and actually genuinely think about that. Huh? I wonder what it'd be like if I built a freaking gaming rig that made me actually experience first person shooter. It's happening to me when I'm on the battlefield. Like you had to have dreamt of that.
Dude, but I think I think what's so funny, which it's not funny, but it is. What's funny about the video?
No, it's funny.
What's funny about the video is the fact he goes, oh, he just can't play anymore because he gets pulled back by the shots
I would
that
think
are being
so.
fired of it. He's like, ugh. Like, seriously, that's there's one point.
Excuse me.
There's one point where he gets hit in the chest and he tries to use his hand to block it. Oh my God. It's so stupid. Scoop, do you have any other thoughts on that video?
I mean, no, not really. Like, you guys know this stuff far more than I do. But it's just when you think about the stuff that we really have a dearth of and a real need for in this country and in this society, and the brain power and the energy
In
and
the world, because he's from China.
Yeah, and the resources that are going to this shit.
Do you know we have played? You know that we have played more Call of Duty as a species than the history of human existence. in days and hours and months and years.
Hang on, you got to rephrase that because I'm lost. What?
Okay, so there's this real statistic. It's on the Conan video I sent. If you search up Conan O'Brien Advanced Warfare, they had this statistic in there that I might be able to pull it up. I'll pull it up really quick. But basically, Call of Duty is so popular that like people have played it more than the history of human existence. Like it's crazy.
So like the number of, let's just say, hours that we've existed, the total number of hours that have been played collectively with Call of Duty surpasses that. Is that what you're saying?
By a wide margin, by the way.
Yeah, not one part of that surprises me.
By a wide margin. All right, wait. I gotta see if I can find it.
Oh God.
It's like the actual statistic is mind blowing. All right, let's see. So if I can get to it really quick. Let's see.
I have an itchy ear.
Let's see.
Call of Duty as a franchise is insanely popular. I actually have some. Do you want to hear some crazy facts? Give me the facts about Call of Duty. Online, every single day, 1,900 years are played. And if you add up all of those hours, it's more than the span of human existence. That's cool / tragic. So what you're saying is if we weren't all playing Call of Duty, cancer would be cured, we'd colonize
See, that's where my
Mars,
mind went.
peace on Earth. So this is the reason why there's problems in the world.
Call of Duty equals world problems.
1,900 years are played every single day online of Call of Duty, spanning all the games. Thank you, Eric Blair and Conan O'Brien, for that clip.
Oh no!
And I'm part of that. I've played online Call of Duty. I've played a fair bit.
You're contributing to the wrong statistics.
Black Ops 7 sucks.
You could be the one. You could be the one finding the cure for cancer and all this stuff. But no.
Oh, I rather play Call of Duty. Oh my God. So there's that. So people always say that you should give back to your community and you should leave this world a better place than when you found it. It's crazy how our mark on the world is going to be Call of Duty based. It's going to be literally playing hours of Call of Duty until we physically can't anymore. Pretty much.
Can you imagine that? Oh no.
Call of Duty has ruined human existence.
This is why I've said for the last basically since COVID that we as a society have devolved going backwards.
Now because of Call of Duty you have more ammo for that.
Oh my God, we are literally like it's like we are slowly devolving into cavemen. Like Ooga Booga first person shooter. Like it's like Ooga Booga noob quick scope 360. You suck. Like oh my God.
By the way, let me also double this up. When GTA 6 comes out,
oh my God. Oh, forget it. You want to talk about more hours in human history played? Oh Lord.
Wait, I'm not even getting to the best part. Everyone's going to be downloading that game at the same time. All internet in the entire world is going to crash. Prepare for no internet connection for a month when that game comes out.
When is that supposed to launch?
I think it's like July of this coming year.
Do you remember the first month of GTA 5 when that came out and how the servers were not okay? Now imagine
no, but not the servers. I'm talking about the world infrastructure to download something. Because everyone's going to try to download that at the same time.
I mean, do the servers ever not suck?
GTA Online, it's fine. Like,
I mean,
better
it, I
than
mean,
most.
it took a while for those servers to finally regulate.
You know what I think is the funniest part about GTA right now? GTA 6 has gotten delayed so much that they had to backport the workout portion of GTA 6 to
Oh
GTA
my
5.
god!
You can work out now. And that got backported from GTA 6.
I don't know anybody still playing GTA 5, to be honest.
No, I beat GTA 5, but now they have the new expansion with Michael. And I kind of am on GTA Online. I'm kind of tempted to play that because I love Michael, but I hate GTA Online because you know what happens when you go on GTA Online? You walk one step and you get shot.
Yeah, because you can't go like that. That's why whenever I went online, I just did private lobbies with my cousin or my friends because
Yeah,
there's no
I might just end up doing private lobbies just so I can do the story missions.
yeah.
Because that's what I should probably do. Because oh my god, yeah. So there's that. 1900 years of Call of Duty.
I have a question on a new topic, if we don't mind.
Yes.
All right,
Finish
so
us
we
off.
got one. Well, there we go. We got one Canucks fan here, and we got one Devils fan here.
Oh Jesus! Please don't. Please don't.
What?
Please don't. You're gonna make
What?
me cry, man. I don't want to lose my player to this bum. JK. But I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my player
I mean,
to
we're
the Devils.
bums right now too. We need all the help we can get. We'll give you whatever the hell you want at this point.
I know, but I'm already last in the Western Conference. I don't want to give you my pride and joy. I don't want to start another riot in Vancouver because of the Devils. No thanks. I just don't want it, man.
I completely like. I which one? I don't remember which one of y'all told me about it, but like, I can't believe that I somehow missed that happening when I was younger because.
Oh yeah, I was telling Scoop about our legend. That's a huge reason why I'm still a Canucks fan, even though we have the Kraken. I was not part of the riot because I was here in Seattle. But once I saw that riot, I was like, I can't leave this club. I love this team to death. We care so much that we riot in the streets. Scoop, for some reason, didn't know that happened in 2011. So when I showed it to him, he was stunned.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, again, keep in mind, living in Western New York, I grew up a Sabres fan, so I was just.
I'm sorry for that.
I can see why you transitioned to being a Flyers fan, even though they're not much better, but still.
Well. So here's what happened. I didn't watch a single hockey game for like 7 years, and then when I got back into hockey, it was with a now former friend of mine at Seton Hall, and he was just like, let's watch a game, and I'll show you like because like I never really quote unquote understood the like real depths of the game. So like this was like right before COVIDism happened.
Yeah.
So
COVIDism?
Yeah.
What
So
what the fuck did you just say? You said COVIDism.
We're creating new words tonight on our shows. I
No,
should ask
I'm coughing because I'm laughing and the stat Coke is all over my throat. Scoop is creating new Scoopisms. And we're talking about how Call of Duty is screwing up the world.
Fantastic way to end this tonight.
But anyway, so yeah, it was just, and when you were at Seton Hall, you had New York, New Jersey, and Philly teams to pick from in terms of what was televised down there.
Yep.
So because I could not in good faith become a Rangers fan after growing up rooting for the Sabres, and the other
crash.
The other options became the Islanders, Devils, and Flyers. And since I was already a Philly Eagles fan, I was like, I feel pretty aligned with Philly sports. I'll go for the Flyers. And now here we are, almost 6 years later.
Yeah.
I had a favorite player almost immediately from the first game I watched, which was Sean Couturier.
Yeah, I'm a Robert Luongo fan, so
nice.
I'm happy he's won a cup, but I wish it was in a Canucks uni and not in a front office.
Yeah, I think I remember you and I discussing that actually at some point recently.
It sucks. But yeah, Brandon, just if you're gonna get him, just keep any form of glass away from him, and I'll be okay. Like,
I hope he doesn't go hanging out with Jack Hughes.
Well, Quinn's the oldest brother. I expect him to be smart for the both of them, for Jack and Luke.
I forgot that they were. Oh my god! Why did I not? Why did I forget that they were related? Oh my god!
You said I hope they don't hang out. They literally hang out all the time. They're freaking family.
For a second,
And they stay out of trouble when they're around Quinn, but they get into trouble when they're together, like typical brothers, like typical younger brothers. So I hope that when Quinn gets here, he keeps his younger brothers in line. So
yes.
Especially with Tate McRae being in the family now.
Oh my god,
bro! God bless him. That's such a W.
Is good. All right, well, that's all I got. For Brandon, for Scoop, for myself, anything else before we go?
Oh,
no.
I'll see you guys on Sunday night after what's hopefully an interesting and successful day for both of the birds that we root for in this group. And
we really quick, we are going to record after the late window games are over because we don't care about Vikings Cowboys. I'm just letting our audience know we're not recording after Sunday night.
Watch that end up being the actual best game of the week.
Yeah, well, that's what I said earlier.
Well, here's the thing. We'll talk about it on Monday anyway, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But okay, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's fine. No, I cut you off. Anything else, Scoop?
No, not really. Like I said, I'm just hopeful that we'll get a solid day of games coming up, and I'll be looking forward to it. Now, so what time are we just gonna kind of play it by ear in terms of what time those games conclude?
Yeah, because it's normally like 7:30 Eastern, I think.
Give or take.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably go on for I guess an hour, maybe two, depending on what we need to talk about. And then
I hope it's two. That's usually a good. I hope it's two. That's usually a good sign.
I mean, if we go 2 hours, that's maybe halftime of Sunday Night Football around there.
And we could always, if the game's interesting, we could always just turn it into a half show, half watch along, whatever.
Yeah, at least for a bit. I definitely don't want to stay for the whole game because I just don't care that much. But that being said, that laugh was amazing. But that being said, we'll see you then. We'll see you. We'll see you after late window on Sunday. And guys, normally we don't record on Thursdays, but because next week is Seahawks and Rams, we're not going to miss that. Next Thursday is our last Thursday show of the year. So that's going to be very fun and a big game as well. So yeah, we'll see you all on Sunday. Peace out, everybody.
Good night, fellas. Have a good next couple days.
You too. Peace out.